Well, you're back for the second segment of DMZ America podcast. I lied to you. Apparently, we're not going to come back to the
You
issue.
do have a future in politics, Scott.
Well, no, but I'm apologizing for lying to them because we're going to do something even more fun. We're going to have you help us, or you're going to watch us fill out this form for the woke Pulitzer. Won't that be fun?
The
Woo!
Woke-litzer.
The Woke-litzer. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm Scott Standis, editorial cartoonist, coming to you from the right.
And I'm Ted Rall, editorial cartoonist, coming to you from the left. And if I was ever going to win a Pulitzer Prize before, I certainly will not win it after what we're about to do here.
Okay, so I'm going to close the video here so everyone watching this on video can play along, but we're going to have to actually talk it through for the people who listen to this, which is probably 99% of our audience. So Ted, go ahead. Oh, you want me to read it like I'm the Pulitzer people? Dear Ted Rall.
So do you see, I'm sharing my screen. Do you see?
Oh yeah, I totally said, yeah, I got rid of us.
So here's my email. I got this email. Dear Ted Rall, the Office of the Pulitzer Prizes is wrapping up a survey to gather an informed and nuanced understanding of who is entered for prizes, who judges the entries, and who becomes a finalist or wins the coveted U.S. awards.
Jesus.
We are requesting your input. This survey will only take about 5 minutes of your time. The survey is being conducted by NARC at the University of Chicago and will help examine types of employment, areas of expertise, age, gender, geography, race, and ethnicity to help ensure diverse voices are being represented at all levels of Pulitzer Prize processes. I guess I never really read this carefully. If I'd read it carefully, I would have not bothered. While this study is focused on prior award cycles, future surveys will be conducted each year after winners have been announced. This survey is about your 2023 Pulitzer Prize submission for commentary. Blah, blah, blah. NORC is a blah, blah, blah. All answers will remain completely confidential. Well, not these. Not these. These will not be confidential because we're doing them here. And all responses will be combined, analyzed, and reported only in their aggregate form. And bear in mind, obviously, that this is not scientific since a lot of people will not do this. All right, so let's now move this.
Well, wait, it's sincerely Marjorie Miller,
Pulitzer Prize Board Administrator.
Okay, so
in other words, Pulitzer Führer. Okay, now we'll
so simply click here.
So we'll move this. So then I already clicked there to save you the time. And
okay. Hey, so we're at NORC. And by the way, NORC is NORC, which I'm not sure what that means other than NORC.
NORC. Before continuing, please know that your participation is voluntary. You may, by the way, I just want to, do you think NORC is related to SLORC, which is the State Law and Order Restoration Council of the Socialist Republic of Myanmar?
I would not be surprised.
We will take, you may choose to skip any question or end the survey at any point. Really? If I end this survey at any point, I won't be killed. We will take
your computer will blow up.
We will take all possible steps to protect your privacy. What do you mean all possible steps? You're not going to kill someone, let's say, if they steal this data. You're not taking all possible steps. I just want to be clear here. And I don't want you to take all possible steps. Okay. Oh my God, the sun's coming through my window. Hold on here.
Okay, so all possible steps to protect your privacy, and we will use your answers only for statistical research. Bullshit.
This means that no individual, Ted Rall, will be identified in any of the analyses or reports from this study. Okay, let's
so it'll take about 5 minutes. So everybody get comfortable. Here we go.
We're off to the races here.
To
get started, we have a few questions about your professional work and your employment when you produced the work that was submitted for a Pulitzer Prize. Okay. All right. What was your primary work format when you produced the journalism? Text, photos, video, data, design, illustration, digital developer. Well, this is commentary, so this would be text.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay, let's go next. So your text.
What was your role in journalism when you produced the work that was submitted for a Pulitzer Prize? News gathering in the field, such as reporter, photographer, video journalist, editor, such as text, photo, editor, research, such as data, library, design, such as illustrator, graphic artist, digital designer, opinion, such as editorial, commentary, criticism. It was this opinion.
So far, so good. So far, I'm not feeling violated.
No, no, me neither. The level of rape is not too rapey. Okay, here we go. What was your employment relationship to the news organization when you produced the work that was submitted for a Pulitzer Prize? I was freelance.
Yeah, it goes full time, part time, freelance, other. I can't imagine what other would be like.
Yeah, there's kind of isn't any other, but okay.
Indentured servitude. I can't.
Slavery. All right. Sexual slavery. Where were you based when you produced the work that was submitted for a Pulitzer Prize? There's a scroll down.
So now it kind of starts like,
ooh, now we have, now it's demographic, right?
Yeah. Were you someplace we like? Or
well, obviously, I was in Antigua and Depps.
I was in Herzegovina. It says New York.
Bosnia Herzegovina. Kiribati.
Ooh, Kiribati has a great flag.
Oh, I think we should just say Libya. All right, we're going to say Libya.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not submitting this. Where was
you're not? Oh, Ted, don't be a whoop.
Oh, in that case, all right, let's go back. We'll tell the truth.
Why? No, you've talked about
I've
Libya.
never been to Libya. I've seen Libya on, I have a
you have to scroll up to
get back. I have a tourist guide to Libya, a Lonely Planet guide to Libya.
Scroll up go up, uppity. That'll have the states. There we go. And you were
where's Puerto Rico? No Puerto Rico. Racist. No Puerto Rico and no Guam.
Guam is considered by many to be the Johnston Atoll of its generation.
No, that's actually a good question. Oh, there's U.S. territories. But I mean,
that's all. It just covers them all. Yeah.
It's like, all right. It's kind of like ghetto. Okay, I'm to New York. All right, done. Where was the news organization based? I already answered this question, you bastards. I'm already over 5 minutes. All right, here we go. All right. Which of the following best describes the news organization when you produced the work that was submitted for a Pulitzer Prize? Newspaper with print and digital presence, magazine with print and digital presence, digital only news organizations, wire service with print and digital presence, audio, including podcast or radio, or other.
What do you say about that? Because
in my case, this was a newspaper. This was the Wall Street Journal that has a print and digital presence. By the way, how come it doesn't say a newspaper with only print? We never bothered to fucking do a website. That's not an option.
They don't have that. No, weirdly, they don't have that.
Lame newspapers don't count. All right, here we go. All right, then so far none of this is that bad. It gets bad.
Not terrible. Where do you
Which
live?
Of the following best describes the news organization when you produced the work that was submitted for the Pulitzer Prize? A national or international news organization, a state or regional news organization, a metro, local, or community news organization.
You're not going to answer that?
Now we have some questions. I did answer that, Scott. I said it was a national news.
No, it's not. It's not highlighted. You did not click on it.
Sorry. Ooh, fuck. All right, here we go.
Jesus, Ted.
Now we have some questions about you. Now I'm seeing why I was expelled from college. Now we have some questions about you.
Oh, here it comes.
In what year were you born? They want to know how fucking old I am, right?
Yes. So ageism. So
now I'm officially pissed. Okay. Yes. 1963. Are you of Latino or Hispanic descent or loser?
I am loser. Apparently.
You are?
I am some Spanish.
But in my case, I don't know. I haven't taken 23andMe. I could well be. I could be El Señor El Rallo.
El Rallo.
Although
Rallo.
Everyone who's Latino would disown their own heritage if they learned that I was Latino.
Yeah, that's probably true. So say no.
I'll say no because that's I think true. What is your racial or ethnic heritage? Please select all that apply. White, African American or Black, Asian, Latino or Hispanic, American Indian, Native American, or Alaska Native. What's the difference between an Alaska Native and an American Indian? I don't know the answers to that.
Or Native American, actually. And then it goes on to say Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander.
Middle Eastern or North African or other / miscellaneous. Yeah, but speaking, I guess Asian, they lump all Asians in together, whether they're South Asian or East Asian.
Well, because they know that Asians are all the same. Japanese is the same as Korean, is the same as Indonesian.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
You look at, it's really kind of crazy. You wake up in New Delhi and you're like, holy shit, I'm in China. It's like crazy just looking at everybody. They all look
Yeah.
the same. It's
So
what?
weird. So weird.
All right, well, here we go. White off to the races.
Oh, we've been racing, buddy.
Oh yeah, we've been racing. What sex were you assigned at birth? For example,
God.
on your original birth certificate. Well, not to be a smartass, but I actually don't really remember. I don't really remember much before I was
Ted,
born.
you were fucking there. Now come on, man.
It's like I imagine, is this like the sorting hat in like Harry Potter where you're assigned to Gryffindor?
You're assigned to penis door or
you,
vagina
Ted
door.
Rall, you will be male. Unless you change your mind. Some restrictions apply. All right, well,
You're going with
prefer not
male?
to answer would be the correct answer. I don't know. I think it's offensive personally.
Oh, this whole thing's fucking offensive. It's an offensive exercise.
What is your current gender? Oh shit. Well, what time is it? It's it's about 3:30.
Okay, so wait. It says
as a
female,
gender fluid man, you never know.
It says female, male, transgender. I use a different term. Snookily dork. I'm snookily dork.
Yes, as a long term, I was always a snickly dork trapped in an old white guy's body.
Yes,
and even when I was young.
So many of us are.
And so, yeah. So we're gonna say boring male.
Oh, you're really going. Oh, you're going to be. See, this is your mother coming through. For those of you who listen who don't know this, Ted Rall's mother for many years was a public school teacher, and so Ted fills out tests. He takes it seriously. So he's going.
Even when I find the whole exercise obnoxious, I'm probably not going to hit send on this thing. Now we have some questions about your personal history in the area where you grew up.
Oh.
Which of the following best describes the area where you grew up in? If you lived in more than one area during childhood, please indicate the type of area where you spent the most time. I'm going to say boring's not an option.
Wait, you got to tell people you're looking at, Ted. We have
urban, listeners. Suburban, small town, and rural. Well, it was the burbs of Dayton, Ohio. But I think boring and bland should be an option.
Hasty beige.
Every house looked exactly the same. Oh, look at this one. The layout goes left instead of right. Whoa. Thinking about your family during childhood, which social class would you say your family
good Jesus? Oh my God, childhood? Sweet Mary, Mother of God.
The lower class, the lower class, the working class,
working
the middle class, the upper middle class, the upper class / wealthy. So this is a really incredibly stupid question, because I dare say, like, I'm pretty sure I'm white, but like really, class is completely subjective. All these studies have shown that like the vast majority of Americans, regardless of whether they're rich or poor, think that they're middle class.
Yes. People who consider themselves middle class went from salary of $70,000 a year to $340,000 a year.
That's crazy.
What are you doing, Ted?
Oh, sorry. I'm derping here. All right, I'm just trying to get this thing out of my way. Okay. So
are you the lower class? Working class?
Honestly, we were lower class or working class. She was a teacher, right?
Yeah, I say lower class because given the pay.
Yeah, she made $8,000 a year. I'm gonna say lower class.
Jesus, wow.
Not to mention, like, Child Protective Services came to my house because I weighed in low at gym class. They thought I was being abused. All right, so we're gonna keep going.
No, you're just fit, man.
Thank you for completing this survey. If you encounter any technical issues while taking the survey, or if you have any questions or comments you would like to share, please contact NARC at Pulitzer Prize City at NARC at the University of Chicago. NARC. I love the fact that I never say what NARC is. There's no identifier whatsoever. Yes, I have Google, but like they could say we are the something I imagine it's Research Council or something, or committee. I'm sure the R is for research.
Okay, well, why don't you close that up and we can get our beautiful faces here and go on to the next segment.
Hold on, I'm looking up NORC.
Okay, here's NORC at the
University. It's about us. It still doesn't say what it is.
No, but it says apply now for NORC's 2020 fellowship for
Who we are. Who are we? Oh my God, they don't say what it stands for.
NORC at the University of Chicago is an objective, nonpartisan research organization. Wait, roll back up. I got to read that headline. Hold on. Together, we find evidence for a better world. NORC partners with government, corporate, and nonprofit clients around the world to inform the critical decisions facing society.
As my creative writing teacher used to say, Mrs. Rabb, those are words and those are sentences, but you have not said anything.
Well,
with that, I'm going to stop screen sharing now.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You'll have to check the video feed to see if that worked or not.
We'll see. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Okay, so now we know you have helped us. You, our listeners, have helped us fill out the Woke-litzers. Thank you.
I mean, so you might say, well, what's the big deal? But, Scott, I'm not going to, what do you think? Why do you think they want this?
Oh, for Christ's sake, I know exactly why they want it, because they're going to, we mentioned earlier in this segment that the chief administrator, Marjorie, decided that they were going to have a woke Pulitzer, and she proudly, gigglingly announced, and you can watch the video. It's still on the Pulitzer site. I believe it was from I want to say 2022. Could be 21
no. It's not that. It's not that recent. It's more like 2019 or 2020 or 2018.
Okay. Well, regardless, and she just was this. I mean, was like, and announced proudly that for the first time, a vast majority of the winners were people of color. And Ted explained why that is preposterous. This, exactly why they had this survey. They want to make sure that they, that they have the woke. I think calling it the Woke-litzers is absolutely right. Earlier in the segment, you asked if I thought you should still enter the Pulitzers. After looking at that survey, unless you say that you're transgender or you're going through the change, I wouldn't bother. You're not going to win.
They have an agenda,
old white guy.
Right? Yeah,
old white guy? No.
Yeah, they've decided that too many old white guys won this in the past, and that's a problem. The thing is, journalism has had and continues to have a diversity problem, and that it does include race. There have been too few people of color, too few women, but there's two big buts here. First of all, you can't go back in time and fix that. I mean, the fact that some guy from the New York Sun won in 1928, that's just how it was. So all you can really do is try to be fair going forward. And that's great. But the fact is, if to be fair means that everyone now gets an equal shot when they didn't before, it doesn't mean that you now reverse discriminate and don't give like the old white guys a fair shot. That's just not fair. It's not fair to the people of color who will be winning under this regime, because everyone will kind of know that they didn't really win in the same way that people would have won 15 or 20 years ago. And the other problem is that they don't consider class diversity at all. They do not. I know they had that one question about class. I actually found that surprising.
There's a couple of questions along those lines, Ted. Where were you raised? Were you in suburban, rural, urban? And also,
that's true.
Were you in the working class?
But but like most, I got to say, when like say the Washington Post or the New York Times is recruiting from Columbia Journalism School and getting little 25-year-olds for their first job since the work study job, shelving books with the library, it is kind of like gross to think that those are all rich kids that they're hiring. So, I'm sorry, it's not really diverse if you have a bunch of, people of color and LGBT people and women, and they're all rich. That's not real diversity. And I'm not sure that you can reverse engineer diversity. What you can do is hire and consider and reward and give promotions to people in a fair way, which I know is hard for people to do because everyone has their biases. Everyone's got their own racist and sexist and other biases. But this kind of stuff is so clumsy, it just makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, it's dumb. Well, okay. I guess you and I will not be winning the Pulitzer Prize, which was really, from my perspective, a non-starter. Because
you weren't going to win it anyway because there's no ideological diversity.
No, none, zero, zilch, nada. So no, it's not. Yeah, that was never going to happen. So, okay, well, do we want to go on to the next segment?
We gotta.
We gotta. Okay, if we gotta, we gotta, and we're going to in a gotta Davida, baby. We'll be back right after this. This is the DMZ America podcast. I'm Scott Status, coming to you from the right. Ted.
And I'm Ted Rall, coming to you from the left.
Oh, yeah, we'll be back.